you support Trump?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I voted for the Trump guy 5 times.
Why is that?
Which time?
Why do you support Trump currently?
Overall, currently, border
Yes.
economy, dealing with the Democrat woke liberal mind virus bullshit, and he's an anti-fascist candidate, and I'm an anti-fascist candidate as well.
So you're Antifa?
No, not in the way that you say that. I'm the
I
real
mean, like you're
anti-fascist.
you're against fascism.
Yeah, overall, I think it's somewhat needed, somewhat not.
So we're anti-fascist.
Yeah, I'm anti-fascist.
Cool. So you said the economy and the border. Which one would you like to start with?
I don't know. You pick. Let's go border.
What border policy?
What border policy? Well, I really like the
What
increase.
border policy do you support?
Yeah, I really like the increase in ICE. That was a great thing in BBB, so that's going to be ramping up. And then we're just trying to do as many deportations as possible. Alcatraz is open for all of the violent rapists, and the worst ones go there. Um, I think overall it's going pretty well. I thought they would kind of cower and back down every time you saw like a kid in zip ties, because the media is definitely going to put that on the TV all the time and talk about it. But they're just pushing forward. So Trump's a fighter. That's why I like him.
So what's one benefit of mass deportation?
We need to keep our country as it is. More natural born citizens that we have here, the better. It was 87% at one time, and now we're down to 84%. So culturally,
So what's
and
the
for
benefit of mass deportation?
what's the benefit? It keeps the U.S. the USA. We can't be just flooded with
What
third
is the
world.
USA?
The USA is people that are simulated here and or born here and have the same overall culture and work ethic.
What's the culture?
The culture is ultimate success. We are probably the most successful country on earth and one of the most free, but we enjoy a very good, amazing capitalist system that allows us to pretty much buy anything we ever wanted. We have
So
some of
I
the best
mean, the
education overall. We have the best economic and manufacturing sectors. We can buy private jets and go to multiple other islands around the world, or we can just sit at home and live off the government. You choose.
Right. I mean, I don't really think that mass deportation would really help with that at all. I mean, in terms of like the numbers that you said, I don't
Yep.
even know how much if that's correct or not, but my point is if that's the only benefit that you could like come up with in terms of mass deportation, it's overall bad.
Okay, well, let me go more then. Let's see here. Illegal immigrants greatly negatively affect our culture and everything I just talked about. So they also affect our economic standpoint. They take away jobs, they work for lower wages, and they don't assimilate. And they come here and bring their third world bullshit when they should be at home fighting for themselves. But they came here on the invitation from the Democratic Party. And I want them out of my country. And so do 77 other million Americans. And even some Democrats probably actually agree with me.
Sure. So what do you mean by they take jobs?
Well, let's see here. They take where around me, well, somewhat around me, they take warehousing jobs away from certain communities that had those before because they work for lower wages. They work
How would
longer
you know if they're undocumented or not?
because they don't have a social security number and they're not from here. They
How
don't
do you
have
know?
any
Did they
documentation.
tell you that?
Do they tell you that? Wait, are you saying how
Did
deportations
they
work
tell you
now?
that?
Like as an
One
employer,
more
or are you
time.
talking about like how do we get rid of people?
Are you an employer?
Yeah, yeah.
So then you employ undocumented immigrants, is what you're
Absolutely
saying?
not. No, because we take a social security number.
So then how do you know that other people near your area, because you said near you,
Because
are
I have,
hiring undocumented immigrants?
yeah, I've had hundreds of conversations. A lot of these come from third part
And
or
they told you,
yeah, they come from what do they call them? Temporary job services. So these temporary job services are set up to allow illegal immigrants to get into companies because they're not direct employees, and then also they have an EITN number, so they do pay taxes, or they're registered with the IRS, which means employer. Sometimes that's all they'll require. They might not even go off a social. But these undocumented workers are
so they're
clearly working
working
here.
legally then.
Uh, well, they're not in this country legally. They're paying taxes somewhat
But
legally.
an ITIN, sure, but they still have, they're still allowed to be here and work.
No, it's just for an IRS thing. We just want money from them. It doesn't. And what's crazy is they can't go after those records to deport them. Maybe Trump will change that. That's gonna really set your pants on fire. Whew.
So, I mean, mass deportation is going to lead to like less jobs in the economy.
Possibly,
So,
or we just get the shitheads they're laying around to get them, hopefully, to, I don't know, pack a box for a couple hours a week. That'd be cool.
well, no, the 11 million jobs in terms of mass deportation that are going to disappear
Oh,
probably won't be filled.
I don't think we're going to deport 11 million. I mean, we're up to 2 this year, 2 times
That's what mass
4. Well,
deportation is.
okay, well, it's even to 3 times 4. It's maybe we get to 11. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see it. I just don't. Maybe I don't think we're gonna get that much.
Sure, if we do deport 11 million unauthorized workers,
Mhm.
it's going to harm the economy very badly.
Somewhat. A lot of them can actually come back. Well, that's why they should self-deport. That's very important to self-deport. Plus, you get money, but then you can come back here with a work visa if you're absolutely needed. But we want to check you out first and do all the background checks and things that are
So you
necessary.
support giving money to undocumented immigrants?
I support work visas if we need them. I live in Wisconsin, and we use work visas. Also, J6 workers are important to our vacation towns. J6 is awesome. I love that program.
So then you want the economy to do worse then, right?
I just told you how to make it do better.
That's
Illegal
not what's
immigrants are
happening.
not like propping up our economy, dude. They are not like some answer to our economy. That's bullshit.
And if we do mass deportation, it's gonna worsen our economy.
No, it'll strengthen it because we don't have the leeches anymore, leeching off
How
of
will it
all of our
strengthen it?
stuff.
If we have 11 million workers that disappear,
Yeah.
less people buying goods, products, and
Well, it's not
services,
going to happen
we're gonna have
overnight.
less of a wait. We're gonna have less of a demand in the market in certain sectors, which means that there's like in terms of like when there's a business and there's less demand for certain like goods or products, they
Mhm.
sometimes do mass layoffs because like they
Yeah.
don't have enough people buying their products.
Right. And
That's
guess
what's gonna
what?
happen
11 million
in the
jobs just
American
opened up.
economy.
So they can go fill those.
Well, no, no, that's my point.
It's
They're
all
not going to
relative,
fill up
dude. You
because we
can't
also
just
have
create this magical economy like, oh, companies will adjust. If demand was really that high, I mean, 11
no,
million, we're talking,
they will
out of
adjust by
350
they
million,
will
we're talking a
adjust.
few percent here for the entire like
Yeah,
economy.
hold
It's
on,
really
wait, wait.
small. 11 million
Sure,
total
so
people
they will
does not
adjust.
like, I mean, we're talking like what's LA? I mean, what's in California? Like 40, 50 million people? Holy cow. So we're just getting rid of a city out of California. I think we'll be okay. Plus it'll happen slow enough and the market
They
will
will.
figure it out. But I don't want nobody wants these people here for the most part. Like they got to go. They're a big problem. We've got massive break-ins now from some really smart immigrant gang, and they're breaking into our high-end homes a couple towns over from me. And ICE was finally alerted by it, thanks to a couple of our awesome Republican Congress people and senators.
You didn't even allow me to finish what I was saying.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure.
You just didn't
So
like hearing about the
they
crime.
will. No, because I literally wasn't done talking.
Gotcha.
We can talk about the crime after. I literally wasn't done talking until you interrupted me. So in terms of like they'll adjust, these companies will adjust, in terms of like laying off people, because you said sure, 11 million open jobs once they get deported. That's also 11 million people that aren't buying goods, products, or services.
Yeah, I just touched on all that.
According to American Pile Immigration Council Joint Economic Committee, that's going to affect certain industries, such as like the construction industry. It's going to affect groceries, and according to that same source, for every 500,000 undocumented immigrants removed, 44,000 U.S.-born workers will lose their job. We could see a decrease in the GDP by around 7 to 9%, as well as prices spiking up in affected industries.
No, I already
If we
explained all
do
that ahead of
remove
time.
11 million unauthorized workers,
You just want to read a sheet. Sure. So you're just reading a sheet,
I'm
and
not reading anything.
sure.
I'm not reading
Well, then
anything.
you memorize the sheet. That's pretty cool of you. Either way, good job.
I
Um,
memorized my source, yes. You
good
haven't
job.
provided a single source.
I've just provided you facts, logic, and reason. So 11 million people again
From where? From
is a drop in
you?
the
Who I
bucket.
wouldn't trust you, you're
Can I talk or
self-supporting.
not? I don't. I'll just trust you for the term of
Maybe.
debate, and you're going to trust me. Otherwise, this is not going to be a good conversation anymore.
So you can interrupt me, but I can interrupt you. Cool. I'll
I
let you
thought you were
talk now.
done.
Go for it.
Sorry, I thought you were done. If you want to keep filibustering, sure.
Go for it. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So you're talking total of 11 million people. Again, very small drop in the bucket. It's going to happen slowly. Markets adjust, and also if you say that we're going to lose these 11 million jobs and companies adjust and they lower their workforce, guess what? All of those open jobs at your magical Mexican 11 million are now open for all of the laid off other companies. So it's a perfect circle. It works out. It balances itself perfectly.
Can you repeat that one more time?
No, that was the second time.
Yeah, so you just made absolutely no sense.
How does that not make sense? Okay. I guess. Do you want me to explain it more?
Just repeat what you said. I lost track.
Gotcha.
Repeat what you said one more time.
All right. 11 million people is nothing. The market will adjust. Simple. Like everything you just read is just,
It's not that simple.
it is very
So
simple.
are you saying that, so where are those 11 million people who buy products, goods, and services? Where are they gonna come from?
They're not going to come from anywhere.
Where Oh, so then we're gonna lose 11 million people who
Yes.
buy goods, products, and services.
Yes. We'll be just
So
fine.
typically, whenever we have less of a demand for certain goods, we see companies having to go to some certain, um, what's it called? Having to do like layoffs because they
They
don't
do
have enough
adjustments.
demand for certain
Maybe
products.
they make a different product. Maybe they get in a different industry. Maybe they jiggle a nothing and they don't have to lay
Wait,
people
maybe
off.
they make a different product.
But
Who's gonna buy the product?
again, if they do lay people off, those people will then fill the jobs that the immigrants just exited from. It's a perfect circle.
But they wouldn't. You're still not understanding. They wouldn't need to fill those jobs because those same affected industries wouldn't have the same demand as they used to.
Doesn't matter. Okay, let's say pick a product. What
Do you
product
not
is going
know
to
how like
decrease from
basic
illegal
economic
immigrants?
works?
Sure, let's do this thought exercise. Pick a product that a legal immigrant produces or uses, like in a high number that's going to be affected. This is your situation.
I mean, in terms of the construction industry,
Well,
they
that's just
produce a lot
labor.
of.
That's labor.
Well, you said produce,
Okay, so labor. So we're going to lose labor.
right?
I don't know if that
In terms
you were
of them
talking about
buying
goods
like
and
goods and
services more though.
services, they buy food.
Yeah, I want a goods and service because labor is relative, and they can come back on work visas for that if we absolutely need them. Labor is different. That you're telling me like a consumer thing. That's different than labor.
Right. Both of them are going to be affected negatively.
All right, I'll pick a
And I
product then.
gave you a source for that. You can take a look at American Immigration Pilot Joint Economic Committee.
What
It
are the
says for every
immigrants?
500,000 immigrants removed, 44,000 US-born workers would lose their jobs. According to certain industries,
Yeah,
prices are going to go up.
but they'll just fill the jobs that opened up from the immigrants leaving.
GDP is going to shrink. We're going to lose the money that they contribute into the economy. Like this is like basic economics,
Okay,
man.
if they were good, then why don't we
When
flood
you
it
have
with
less
more? Why
people
don't we
when
open
you
up
have
the
less people
border?
in an economy,
Okay,
you have a less market.
let's
Or you
open
have
up the
a
border
sorry,
then,
less
because in
money.
your situation, immigrants are perfect solution to absolutely everything. They just make this country so much better, especially economically. So
Absolutely, yes.
let's let
Immigrants
in
make the
50
country
million.
great.
Let's let in 50
Yes.
million third world country idiots. Let's let them all in here. These are not smart people, by the way. These are like the
I
lowest of the
mean, the
low.
only
These aren't the smart,
no.
H-1B visa workers. These are the laborers. These are the people picking apples or whatever you guys always say. So let's let in
Yeah,
50
sure.
million.
Let's let in 50 million. So you agree with letting 50 million people in?
No,
Congratulations,
absolutely
you're a
not. I
liberal.
don't. I'm asking if you agree with that.
Oh, you brought up the idea.
Sure, for you. I want 50 million of them out of here.
Sure.
You want apparently more in, and I'm wondering what your limit is.
So you want to deport? Wait, you want to deport legal citizens or residents then?
I don't know what the illegal number is here, but I want every last one of them gone.
You just said 50 though. And there's only
I'm
like
just
what,
guessing.
15? Some
Nobody.
numbers say
I've
20.
heard up to 30 to 40, dude. The numbers go all over the place. I think there's probably
Yeah,
at
it's
least
not true.
30. I think there's at least 30, especially when you add in DACA kids, which
Yeah,
I
those are
mean,
your
I wish they would
feelings.
just
I
figure that
talk
out.
facts, not feelings.
This is 30's been a number since I was in like college, so it's probably either more or around that
A
then.
number from who?
Uh, Everybody, dude. I don't know.
Can you give me
Do we need
one
to look
source?
it up here? Do we got to look to Google? Is this how you guys want to debate? Let's look at Google together. How many illegal aliens are here?
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Does it really matter?
You said 30.
Yeah, and okay, it's gonna be around 3. Well, they're not gonna know exactly. That's the thing. Better use the right words. Undocumented immigrants are in the U.S. Otherwise, you won't get the answer. Pew is saying half that. Pew is saying 14 million.
That's literally what I said. It's around 15 million. Some sources say 20. So you're wrong.
Okay,
You're
20.
wrong.
So some sources say 20, and I said 30. We are both
But those are more.
equally in
Those are
between.
more. No,
Either
I mean
way,
the
all right,
20 is
fine.
more
Let's go
conservative.
15.
I
It
say there's like
doesn't
5 million, but
matter. It doesn't matter for my discussion. I want all 15 million of them out of here, unless they're DACA kids. They can stay. I want all whatever it is. Whatever it is. And what is your limit? Is it 50 million more? Is it 15 million more extra on that? Should we double it?
I don't have a limit.
You don't have a
Yeah, I don't
limit.
have a limit.
You want to live in, then go live
Mm-mm.
in Somalia right now. That's what you're going to create. You can just already go
No, it's
there
not what
because
we're.
that's just
You
not
do
going to
realize that
happen.
you do you do
Even
realize that
Democrats
American
wouldn't agree with
culture is like
this.
a melting pot.
No, no,
Yeah,
actually,
because I'm progressive. I
we're
only
not a
agree
melting
with the
pot
moderate Democrats.
anymore. We are not a melting pot. We may have been when
Oh,
we settled the
absolutely, we
country.
are.
We are not a melting pot anymore. Not as
We absolutely are
Not in the way that that term is used. Absolutely not. So before Biden, it was 87% were
a
natural
melting
born.
pot of different cultures.
No, we are 84% now natural born citizens, which means 84% of the people are the same overall culture.
Yeah, and natural born U.S. citizens. So, I mean, in terms of like, what's it called? Children of undocumented immigrants, they would be, um, natural born U.S. citizens.
Yeah, and that maybe is a problem too.
Right. So then they would be more aligned maybe with their culture of their parents who are from another country.
Right. But making us a ultimate melting pot
So
is not a good idea.
you saying that there's 84% of US born like people here in America
Yeah.
doesn't say anything about like it doesn't disprove it of it being like a melting pot of different cultures.
It's not it shouldn't be a melting pot of
You're just saying a
massive
number, you're
amounts of
not
cultures.
actually
We
saying the truth of
overall
the
have
number.
okay, we're 84% natural born. What more do I need to explain?
And how many of those natural born are born from undocumented immigrants? Do you know?
No, and I don't think it matters because they're born here and then grow up here
It
as
does
if they
matter
were
because
born
then that
here. They
changes
didn't get
that
shipped here.
because then not all 84 not all 84% agree with like the same exact culture.
I understand from a minute from a micro level, but from a macro view, I'm saying we are not a melting pot and we are overall the American culture, which is why we're successful. We're not
American culture is a melting pot.
not anymore. Not as big as it once was. No, not even close. Not from the macro
And
view.
your statistic is at 84%.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just being dishonest there because that doesn't count in the people who are born, like with
But
parents
they
of
were born
undocumented
here.
immigrants,
But they were
parents who are
born here.
here legally but are from a different country.
Sure. But they're
Okay,
born
that doesn't
here
mean that they're
and they also
automatically.
shouldn't
That
overall be
doesn't mean that
here,
they're
but they were
automatically
born here and they overall shouldn't be here. That's a problem. And hopefully their parents get deported
right,
and then they take their kids with them where they should have belonged, where they should have been born.
but they were born here.
Sure. So they're counted in. It's
Right.
what number is that? It's nowhere near the overall percentage of American born of multi
The
generation
point is, not
American
all
born people.
84% of what you're talking about is a part of the same culture.
Yeah, macro again. They macroly are. We're the American culture.
I can agree, which the American culture is a melting pot. And we're just going in circles, buddy. What else do
Sure.
you want to talk about?
Oh, I
Kind of got
don't know.
destroyed on immigration here.
I got destroyed.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you want to live in a third world country. You want all of the world's problems here, but you don't have any in your own house. I'm guessing, and you've never given up any of your land for any of these people. And I don't think you would contribute
Yeah,
any
because I
extra
own my
to them.
house.
Okay, then why don't you give it up to an illegal alien? Just give it to them.
Because it's
Or
my house.
do you believe that no one is illegal on stolen land?
I actually help out organizations that help out with undocumented immigrants in terms of like different aspects of whatever like they need. That's how I help out in my way. But I own my house, and I'm not gonna give my house to someone.
That's
Doesn't matter if
interesting.
they're here, legally or undocumented.
Hmm. Well, a lot of us feel this country is our house, and then we don't want other people in our house, so we want
Who
them to
owns
go
that?
back
Who
home.
owns it? Wait, wait. Who
The
owns
country
America?
collectively, the people own
Oh,
America.
the people. Okay,
Hmm.
so you know how like when you have you can have like two owners on a house or whatever. Like they both can like say, "Oh, you can come in, you can't." So you just said,
Yeah,
"I own America," like
yeah.
collectively, we the people.
Well,
So
we
I
the
can
people
decide,
do.
I want undocumented immigrants in the country. So we
Yeah.
should let them because I want undocumented migrants in the country, and I
Yep.
own America.
Yeah, that's fine, but you're not the
So
political
then we should
power.
let them in.
You don't have political power right now, and my side does, so we're going to kick them all out of here.
So then we don't own America.
Yeah, the people do, and we have a representative republic, and right now my side has that representation more than your side.
My point
So,
exactly. It's different from just saying let them stay in your house compared to let them stay in our country.
yeah, I don't want well they're leaving. I mean, massively, they're leaving right
That's my
now.
point.
It's
So
happening.
this little like comparison that you try to do, oh, why don't you let them stay in your house?
Yeah,
Is because I own my house. Not a single person owns America by itself. So
right.
that's my
It's a little
point that I was
hypocritical that
trying to
you want
make.
them in my house, but you don't want them in your house,
If you
right?
don't want undocumented immigrants in your house, you don't have to have them in your house. No one's
But
forcing
I
you.
feel like the
Who's
country's
forcing
my
you?
house, and I want them gone because now they're breaking
Well,
into my houses.
it's you. You don't own it.
Great, but when they're
You
breaking
don't
into
own
my house,
America, buddy. I'm
I don't want them
sorry.
here. So we have legal gangs running around our
Well,
suburbs,
you
breaking
don't
into
own
houses
America. I'm
constantly.
sorry, buddy.
But I do own my house, and I
Well,
don't
I'm
want them
sorry,
breaking
buddy. You
into
don't
my
own
house.
America.
Well, I kind of do.
Okay, then if someone breaks into your house, you call
What?
law enforcement,
No, I'm gonna
maybe, or
call
you
ICE, and then they're gonna get
protect
deported.
yourself?
But then you're gonna cry
Sure, so how do you know if someone's breaking into your house if they're undocumented or here legally?
because they get
How would you know?
caught. They get caught, and then they get
No, but
found out who they
you just
are.
said you're gonna call ICE.
Yeah,
How would you
the
know to
police are
call
gonna
ICE
call
instead of
ICE.
law
My
enforcement?
I would call I would
So
call the
then you
county,
would
and then
call
the
law
county would
enforcement.
dispatch MFPD
So
or
wait.
MFPD.
So would you call law enforcement or who would you call?
I would call law enforcement, and then they would dispatch ICE.
You cool. So then why did you say you would call ICE and trying to
It
correct
was
me?
okay. Sorry, it
You
was a
just made
fun thing to
yourself look
say.
stupid.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just skipping a step here. So we have these roaming gangs of illegal aliens breaking into our high-end homes right now, and they've been doing this for quite a while. They also steal a lot of our vehicles, quite a bit of them around our
Okay,
local
American
area.
citizens do the same.
They do, but the shithead
Let's
legals shouldn't be
deport
here. So
American citizens.
everyone is now a double crime because they crossed this border illegally, and now they're breaking into our homes and our vehicles and our property and doing bad stuff. And we're getting a little fed up
Yeah,
by it.
according to according to PNAS, they're multiple times less likely to commit any sort of violent crime, such as theft, or not theft,
I don't
such as
care if it's
murder
one
and any
more.
sort of
It's
like
one
petty
more
crime.
extra crime that shouldn't exist because
So
they
so
shouldn't
so
be here.
my point is that undocumented immigrants don't commit violent crimes as much as U.S. citizens do.
Yeah,
So
because
you're
there's so
saying
many
that
less of them.
all illegals, like all these quote unquote illegal aliens commit violent crimes? No, they don't.
Yeah,
They're
they
so
all
much more less
committed a
likely
crime.
to commit a
Every
violent
single
crime than you are.
100% of them is a criminal. 100% are a criminal.
Mm, what crime did they commit?
18 US 35, right? They crossed or 8 US 35, whatever it is. They
What
crossed
kind
the
of
border illegally. That's a
is it?
criminal
A
act.
felony, a misdemeanor? What
It's
is it?
usually tried as a misdemeanor, but it doesn't mean it's not criminal. It is a criminal misdemeanor.
Cool. So it's a federal misdemeanor, and you care about law and order, right?
I want all of the illegal invaders who are all
No, no,
criminals
no. Just yes or no.
deported.
Do you care about law and order? Yes or no?
Overall, yes.
Overall, yes. What does that mean? What does it mean
Well, I
overall?
don't know where you're going to take it, so I'm not going to give you the biggest bone you've ever had.
Why are you being careful with the? It's just a simple question. If you care about law and order,
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm pretty smart for this one. What do you want to ask me?
do you care about law and order? That's
Overall,
literally it.
yes. Overall, yes.
Is there an aspect of sometimes you don't care about law and order?
Or it doesn't get cared about,
I mean,
maybe. I mean, the Democrats pull a lot
when
of
do you
bullshit and a
not
lot of
care about law
crimes,
and
but
order?
they don't ever seem to have the
So
law and
when do you
order.
not care about law and order?
I generally always care about it.
So you always
I
care about
don't.
law and order.
Yeah, no, I don't like it when it's used in a political lawfare scene. That's what I don't like. That's the part of Law and Order that I very
So
much dislike.
okay, so you care for law and order, and then you said in the political scene.
Yeah,
So you
when it
said you
comes
care
to
for law and order. You said
yeah, but when it comes to politics, I'm smart enough to know that it's used as evil and usually by the Democrats.
sure, buddy. So when you say you care about law and order, I have a question for you. What is the supreme law of the land?
I guess you would say the Constitution, but the Constitution is the limitations on government, so they're pseudo laws.
But you would agree it's the Constitution, right?
Yeah, from the general standpoint, yes.
All right. So you say you care about law and order. We agree the supreme law of the land is the Constitution. My counter argument would be to point out the hypocrisy in you saying deport these undocumented immigrants because they're criminals. I'll just point out the hypocrisy. You don't care about law and order when it applies to Trump. He's violated the Constitution. He's a convicted felon and an adjudicated rapist.
Wow.
So you either address the contradiction or you come up with a different reason
Right.
why you want to
So
deport
I
these
already
undocumented
addressed it
immigrants.
before you even asked the question. That's how smart I was. So I actually just already answered the question before you asked yours. So remember, I don't like the political
Go for it.
lawfare side of criminal justice. I very much dislike it, and that's why I voted for the anti-fascist Donald Trump, because he is fighting the Democrat
So no,
fascist
wait,
on a
you didn't
daily
understand my
basis.
question. You didn't
Well, I
understand my question.
understand it.
So the supreme law of the land is the Constitution, correct?
It is the supreme limitations on the government.
It's the law of the land, yes or no?
It's a law for the government.
It's the law of the land, yes or
It's the
no?
law for the government. It's not the law for the people.
That's not a yes or a no.
I'm giving you the.
That's not a yes or a no.
You want a yes or no? I'll give you a yes
Yes. So it's the law of the land.
on the government.
You're
Yes,
adding to my claim. I don't want you to
I
add
have
to
to.
my claim. I want you to answer my claim.
Okay, I will
It's
give
just
you a
a
yes. Just
simple
to
like
continue
yes or
this, I'll
no.
give you a yes. Again, this is now the third. Here's the fourth
Is the
yes.
Constitution the law of
Here's
the
the
land?
fifth yes. And
So
here's the
just to be
sixth
clear,
yes.
is the Constitution the law of the land?
Seventh yes.
Cool. So the Constitution is the law of the land. Donald Trump has violated the Constitution, meaning he broke the law of the land.
hmm As an elected official,
He
possibly.
violated the law.
No. Did he ever disobey a Supreme Court ruling?
Yes.
Which one?
In terms of returning Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And
I
in
th-
terms of sending the National Guard to Portland, Oregon, they well no that's a federal judge, sorry, but yeah, the Supreme Court deemed the Trump administration to return Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia. They knew what he was going through in CCOT, and they did not. And um,
where is he
yeah,
now?
then Nayib Bukele came out.
Where
Then Nayib
is
Bukele came out and said,
Where's the MS-13 guy, the gangbanger that was smuggling 7 people into this country, caught in Tennessee? Where is he now?
um, he's not part of MS-13. First off. He wasn't smuggling anyone, second off,
He was caught
and
with
he is in the
7
United
illegal
States.
aliens in Tennessee.
So then what did he do? Did he get arrested for that?
Yeah, and he's being apparently last time I looked, he was being charged for 7 human
Wait,
trafficking
he got arrested
violations.
for that?
Yes, he got caught. He's not a good hombre, my friend. I don't know why you guys pick
Yeah,
these people.
from what I remember, yeah, from what I remember, all he got was pulled over and nothing happened to him. The cop let him go. So now you're lying. He didn't get arrested for that. He got arrested for loitering. This was back in 2019. He
Oh,
did not get arrested for whatever claim you just made. So you lied.
I think he did. Last I heard, he did.
Well, he didn't. That's just
And I
facts.
brought
He
this up quite
didn't.
a bit, and no Democrats have ever debated me on it. So I don't know. Okay, so where is
Democrats
this?
can
Where
be
is this
wrong. Did you
non-human
know
traffic? We'll
that?
just say he didn't do it. Where is he now?
He's in the United States, buddy. I've said that.
Okay, so Trump did not disobey a Supreme Court order or ruling. He
No,
returned him to the United
absolutely
States.
he did.
As the Supreme Court said, you have to return him to the United States, right? And now he's back in the US. Yay. Cool.
No, so you're not understanding what the Supreme Court order said.
I guess not.
Did you even read the Supreme Court order?
No, God, I'm not going to waste my time with that asshole. He's a human trafficker.
Yeah, so you don't even know what you don't even know what you're talking about.
No,
So
I
why are
really
you
don't care about
debating
that guy.
something you
He
don't
needs
know?
to go. Apparently, actually, I talked to this guy. Apparently, he's getting shipped possibly to Africa, to Libya. Did you hear about that? Or Liberia? That's crazy. He might go to Liberia now. That guy's well traveled. He's the Maryland father with more sky miles than
Okay.
I'll ever imagine. That guy's been all over. I mean, he's been a CCOT. Holy crap, that must have been an experience. Whew. Oh boy, what a good hombre. Anyways,
So in
so
terms
he's
of the
yeah. What did he? How did he
Constitution,
violate it?
he's violated the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth, the Fifth, the 10th, the
Oh my
14th,
gosh.
and the 22nd Amendment. We can start with the first. We can start with the first. So the first one, he's called media outlets illegal, and CNN and MSNBC.
They are.
And also for the First Amendment, he said, "quote We're taking away free speech," end quote, at the Antifa roundtable. His own words. You can look it up.
And did he?
That's a clip of him saying that, which is he did say that.
Yeah, he could say it. He has a First Amendment right too. Kind of goes both ways.
Sure. So he said
And he's
that,
also an elected
and
official, so he can pretty
we
much do
know
whatever
he
the
did
fuck he
this.
wants.
We know he did this because he passed an executive order attempting to ban birthright citizenship and having
Cool.
people
Got
arrested
to
for
try it.
1 year for burning the American flag.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. That one's not going to get through. I mean, I don't know why he's delving with that one. I'll give that one. That one's stupid. But he's not going to win that no matter what. You
Cool.
can burn the American flag and be the piece of shit Democrats that you all want to be. But you could do it. That's fine. I just wish Republicans would
Thanks.
stop doing that one.
The Second Amendment. The Second Amendment would be in his first term, he passed unconstitutional gun control, the bump stock bans, deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court.
Yeah, he
That's
did
a
that,
fact,
but it
right?
was corrected, and that's
Cool.
how our government
Also,
works.
yeah, I know, but I'm adding to the Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done this, but he's wanting to ban trans individuals from owning firearms, which is a clear violation of the Second Amendment.
No, it goes along with what the Democrats want with universal background checks. It actually should be a bipartisan thing because they always want these red flag laws and like mental checks. So why wouldn't you check out a transgender? I mean, my goodness, they don't even know what gender they are. Ooh, kind of a big red flag, I would say.
No, they don't want to check them, quote unquote. They want to ban them from owning firearms.
Well, yeah, there's probably something to look at there. If you want universal background checks, then you can't say no to that one.
We're not. He wants to just take away their firearms completely. No checking, no
Well,
nothing. Just
that
take away
won't.
their firearms.
That's not going to fly. It won't pass constitutional muster.
But if he would do that, it's a violation
Well,
of the
he hasn't
Second
done it
Amendment,
though. But
right?
he hasn't done it, so it's just something
That's why
you're
I said
telling me.
I made that clear. I made that clear before I stated it.
Mm-hmm.
How about we turn on our listening ears?
Oh, I got you. But yeah, so nothing much
Sure.
there, but I got you.
Let's continue to
And I
have our
think we
listening
agree
ears on.
overall.
So for the Fourth Amendment, ICE can now enter your home without any warrant,
Whoa.
without any probable cause, and excessive use of force. The most notable example would be the apartment complex raid, where ICE raided an entire complex, even including
Yeah.
the apartments of United States citizens. They didn't have warrants, they didn't have probable cause, and they
Yeah,
used excessive use of
that was in
force.
Chicago. I know all about it.
Violation of the Fourth Amendment.
No, that one was fine.
But it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment, right?
Has it been ruled by the Supreme Court as a violation by the Fourth Amendment?
I'm asking you if someone that doesn't have a warrant, if someone doesn't have probable cause,
But
and
they
they
did.
still enter
They had
your
lots of
home,
PC.
would that be a violation?
Yeah, there was a bunch of gangbangers and a bunch of
So what
legal
was the
idiots
probable
there.
cause?
And
Well,
then
in
the
terms
black
of
women
the
were all
apartment
mixed in with
complex
the
raid in
Hispanic guys
Chicago.
because they're banging them, and then they had their children. And the black guys in Chicago are pissed at the black women for banging the Hispanic guys in that apartment complex. I know all about it. It's crazy.
Sure, so what was the probable cause?
A bunch of illegal aliens.
How do they know that they were quote unquote undocumented immigrants?
Well, they like surveillance these guys. They know where they are. Plus, they all pack themselves in apartments. Pretty easy to find them all. Thank you.
So then there's no evidence. You can't provide any evidence, right?
Yeah, dude. They found a bunch of illegals there and arrested them and probably going through
Yeah,
deportation
no, yeah,
things.
they sure. We can say that they did, but
Yeah.
how did they know that they were there?
Because they're an apartment complex and they go to the
And
same place every day and they surveil these guys. Pretty easy stuff.
so then why did they enter the homes of American citizens then?
Because it was an apartment complex and they need to detain everybody because the illegal guys were mixed in with all of these black chicks and children. They don't know what exact apartment they're
So
in.
from what
They
I'm
know
s-
they're in the
so, oh,
complex.
so from what I'm saying is they don't know who's who and where's where. I
Right.
thought that they knew where they were
Overall,
going.
no, you're right. But then they detain everybody, and that's a normal
So
law
it is a
enforcement
fourth
action.
violation.
It's not.
Awesome.
So
Let's
I
put
would
a
like to
bubble
see
in
your
our
case
mouth.
on it.
The
Police do
fifth
this
the
all of
Fifth
the time.
Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, yeah, and that would be a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Okay, bring it to
If police
court,
do
but
it.
you're going to lose.
If someone doesn't have a warrant or a probable cause, they legally cannot search anything. Legally.
They
So
were
I
looking for
probably
people,
will
dude.
win.
Okay, I don't know if what you're talking about with searches, but they went in there to detain people, to get people, not to
You know, they went
search
in to
anything.
search the apartment complex.
Okay, maybe they had a warrant for that. I don't know. They went there for people.
Maybe.
Overall,
Oh, you don't know.
I
You
don't
don't
really
know. They
care if
didn't
they
have a
search the
warrant,
place or
buddy.
not. I don't
If they wait,
care.
if they had a warrant, then they wouldn't have entered the homes of American citizens because if they had a warrant, they would have known where they were
No,
going.
they didn't. The
But they
illegals were mixing
didn't because they
themselves.
entered the homes of
um,
American citizens.
It was an apartment complex, and the illegals were mixed into all of
Right.
the place. They don't know exactly what apartment complex those guys are in because they're banging each other. All these black chicks there.
Okay. Do you not like people of color?
I live right next to the north side of Milwaukee, dude. We're pretty integrated here.
That's not what I asked.
I like
Yeah, that's
legal
not what I
people of
asked.
color.
Do you like people of color, or do you just
Yeah.
not like
So
them?
overall, the number one deportee is white. The race is white.
Did I ask? Did I ask
So
who was the number one deport? I
I
didn't ask
guess
that.
I guess
I
I
asked
have
if you
umbrage with the
do you
race
or do
of
you
the
not like
deportee.
people of color?
I don't mind any
Do you
color
or do you not like people of
as long
color?
as they're here legally. I have no problem with the tan color of your skin. What a ridiculous thing to
So
ask.
then you're not a racist. You're not a racist.
No, I'm not a racist. What a ridiculous thing to ask.
Cool, not ridiculous.
Well, a lot of these
So let's
stories
see.
involve protecting black communities and protecting black jobs, if you haven't picked up on that yet.
So you agreed he violated the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and you agreed that he violated
No,
the
I don't
Fourth
think he has
Amendment, but
not
you just
violated
don't
the First
care.
Amendment.
You said that he did. You said you
I
quote
think his
unquote would give
ideas,
it
but he
to me.
hasn't acted on it. He has not acted on the flag thing, as far
He
as I know.
literally passed an executive order that attempted to ban burning the American flag.
Attempted. What do you mean by
It was an
attempted?
executive order signed into law. It
I
was
don't
an
know. He was just
executive
talking
order
about it again
signed into
yesterday,
law.
so I don't know. He was just talking about it again yesterday. I thought it was stupid.
He signed this executive order into law, buddy.
Oh,
Keep up.
well, Supreme Court knocked it down probably.
And then you agreed with the Second Amendment. Probably, and
Yeah, we
then
agreed
with
on bump
Dynamite, you
stocks, but those are
didn't.
overturned, so nothing. I mean, yeah, this is the thing with an
And then
elected official. You
you
get to do
agreed with the
shit like
Fourth
this.
Amendment. You just didn't care.
Not about the illegals. No, they can all go fucking hell.
You know that they still do get constitutional rights.
Yeah, they get about at least a bunch of the Bill of Rights. Yeah, they get most of them overall. Some,
Yeah.
half. I don't know,
Still,
something like that.
that would be a violation of the that would be a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Then
No, I believe they had deportation warrants or orders for the illegal hombres.
you believe or you know?
I would be almost confident that they did. I don't work
Almost
for
confident. How
ICE.
much you want to bet on that?
I don't bet on
Would you want to bet on
politics.
that?
No, I don't. I don't bet on politics. I
Because you
just
know
win.
you're wrong.
Uh, well, I don't know what you're gonna pull. It doesn't really matter. Do you? Can you prove?
I
Can
mean,
you prove that they
if you're like
didn't?
100% right, it would be an easy like $50, $100, $200. If you're like 100% right,
No, I don't bet on it.
you'd just be taking my money at that point. No.
I don't want your money.
Hmm.
So can you pull something up that
Okay,
they didn't
buddy.
have deportation warrants for an apartment complex?
Yeah, they didn't have any warrants or probable cause. That was
Hmm.
my claim.
I know it's your claim. You got
You
anything to
haven't been
show
able to
me, or
disprove it.
I don't really care. We can just keep talking.
You have the positive. I mean, you're going to be making the claim that they do have warrants or probable cause.
Yeah, because that's like the
So
basis
then
of our
you
law
have to prove the
enforcement system.
positive.
No.
I
All
don't,
right.
I don't have to prove the negative.
All right. Well, we'll move forward and assume they didn't. So he violated that. So that's going to go to
Fourth
court when?
Amendment.
When's that coming to court?
Who fucking knows? Because they're literally murdering people, and
Well,
it
if it's
might
such
not
a big
even
deal, the
see.
Democrats
I
should be
mean, it
all
might
over that
not
one.
even like
Seems
go
like
to
an
court.
easy slam dunk. Maybe they did have
They,
arrest
yeah,
warrants
they,
and things. I mean, Christy Noma's there doing it
yes,
on her own. Did you know that? Like, Christy Noma's representing that one. That was a
Corey.
big
I don't
deal.
care.
Well, you think they're
I
going to
wonder,
send Christy Nome into an illegal
want to ask you a
situation?
question.
Come on. Come on. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
So yes, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You obviously like hate Democrats, right?
Oh, more than anything. For the most part. Like politically. I don't personally hate them.
Would you ever call for their execution?
No, I don't like the death penalty. No, I don't like it. No, absolutely not.
No. So then, how do you feel about Donald Trump calling for their execution?
He's a fighter, and they try to unalive him twice, so I don't blame him. But I don't call for the unaliving of anybody. But if you're talking about sedition, I believe our law allows him to put people to unalivement for sedition. So he's
What kind
probably
of sedition?
correct on that.
What do they do? What do they do?
Oh,
What do
well,
they do?
I don't know if they did anything. He's just warning him to like
They
maybe they
didn't.
might have done something.
He didn't know. They said quote. He said quote hang them. No, he reposted someone saying quote hang them
Yeah,
George Washington
he
quote.
reposted like some Washington Post thing, so it wasn't even his direct words. And that is
No.
the
He reposted. No. He reposted someone saying quote
yeah,
hang them
I know. It was
George
like from the
Washington
Washington
end quote.
Post that had a quote from. I have this whole
No,
thing
it wasn't
screenshotted.
from the Washington Post.
Oh,
It was from a random follower of his. Keep
maybe.
up.
All right, whatever. I don't think so, but maybe. I thought I had it screenshotted. Easy on a
You
video
can. What do
once.
you mean you don't? You can look at his Truth Social post.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I'm just trying to talk to you. But in my head was a pretty
You
much
don't
a
want to
major
because you
news
know he
site.
called for the execution of Democrats.
Whatever.
Wait, what if Joe
Yeah,
Biden
I
called?
guess it doesn't really matter
Wait.
where it came
What if
from.
Joe Biden called for the execution of Republicans? How would you feel?
He was pretty tough. That speech in front of Philadelphia when he was calling like MAGA like the worst thing
I
ever in
don't
the
care.
country,
Answer
that
my
was pretty
question. How would
fucking
you feel
bad.
if Joe Biden called for the execution of
I
Republicans?
don't think that Donald Trump has. I think that he's warning these people, these shithead, idiot elected officials, that sedition is punishable by death. I think he's just warning them or reminding them.
No, he literally said he reposted someone who said, "quote hang them." George Washington one, and then he said seditious behavior, punishable by death.
Yeah, that's the truth. All of that's the truth.
So my question is, what kind of seditious behavior did they commit?
Well, I don't. He's not the judge
Oh,
or
you
the
don't know.
jury.
You don't know.
They might have. No, I'm not a lawyer, like that much of a lawyer. They might have though. I've heard different things, but these are just things that I'm told.
If the commander in chief gives a service member an unlawful order,
Hmm?
do they have the right to not go through with that unlawful order?
Oh, of course,
Do they have
absolutely.
the right to
Yep.
refuse?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Then they're going to be
that's
out of the
all the
military very
six.
quickly.
That's all. Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, you're going to get fired or you're going to have to resign. So bye bye.
If you don't follow unlawful orders?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're not going to last long in the military. From following orders from your superior officers, that's all they're following is an order from their superior officer.
Yeah, no. So my question isn't related to Donald Trump.
Gotcha.
My question is, according to the law,
Hmm. Are
should
these
you or
soldiers
should you
now
not
lawyers?
follow?
Right. How do they know it's against the
Should you
law?
or should you not follow? Should you or should you not follow unlawful
No, I already
orders?
said it again. If your opinion, if all of a
You
sudden you're some
shouldn't.
big lawyer soldier and you think that this is unlawful, then absolutely step out of the way. You should also resign, or you're going to get fired here soon. But yeah, absolutely not. Don't do it. Just get the hell out of there. Run, run
Cool.
far.
So service members shouldn't do any unlawful or unconstitutional orders. That's all those six Democrats were saying that led Donald Trump to say or to repost someone saying,
Right.
quote, hang them. End quote.
Yeah. So when you're trying to interfere with our military operations, that's a big fucking
How is
problem
it?
for
They're
the
just warning them.
boss.
Wait.
Why are
Those
they
six
warning
Democrats,
them?
they're just
They're in.
warning them.
Were they in Congress?
Just to
Were
remind
they
them.
in
Why did
Congress?
Donald Trump? Wait,
What branch are they in?
Why
They're in
did
the
Donald Trump warn
legislative
them?
branch, which doesn't have any executive or any operational control over our military. So why are
They
they
still
the
want to
ones
stand by
warning
our
them?
military.
They could
They
stand
still
by
want to
it.
stand by our military.
Sure, but why are they getting in the way of the commander in chief?
They're not. They're just protecting our military because
Well,
if you
I
know that
think
if a service member goes through, you know that if a service member goes through with an unlawful order, they can be like punished for going through that unlawful order.
yeah, maybe. Why? When's the last time that's happened? Wouldn't their superior officer be more responsible for that, and the superior officer above that, and the one above that, the ones that maybe actually talk to lawyers? Maybe those are the guys that be responsible, not the soldier who's just trying to fight for our country or
It
whatever he
literally
thinks.
would be
And
the soldier. It would be for
when's the last
it
time
would
it's
be the
happened?
soldier in
When's the
Clinton.
last time that's happened? I'd love to see it. I've never heard of it, so I'd be curious to see when that has ever happened. Because Obama
Yeah,
sent some drones and
that's according to American law.
right, Obama unalived a bunch of American citizens. I think one of them was a child overseas, and then he like murdered like 40 people at a funeral. That was pretty crazy. All deemed. I mean, no Republicans are like, oh my god, just get out of the military. It's illegal. Nobody was saying that because we're just like, whoa, that's crazy. But he's the commander in chief, and yeah, we're not assholes or seditionists against our own military, punishable by breath. Bad stuff, man. It's bad stuff you're defending here. Interesting, though. Real interesting.
Bad stuff. You
Yeah.
literally
I
support
just don't
Donald
know why
Trump
you're
calling
standing
for
in
the
front of
death
the
of
U.S.
Democrats.
military now. Why are Democrats standing? I mean,
We're
literally,
just warning them.
elected
We're just warning them.
Democrats are
We're
standing
warning
in.
them.
No, that was more than a warning,
We're
dude.
warning
Oh,
them.
why?
We're
They're in
warning them.
Congress. Who are they? They're nobody.
We can't warn our military.
They're not in the military. They're not even involved in it at all. They're freaking elected
Okay,
officials.
what is that? Wait, actually, that's not true. Mark Kelly was
Was
part of the
yeah,
Navy.
and the one chick was in the CIA, so that doesn't look freaking suspicious to anybody. That one looked really weird. She probably shouldn't have been in that
They were all
video.
in the military.
Yeah,
So they were all in the
no,
military.
that
So
chick, the main chick in it, was in the CIA. That's really messed up. She wasn't even in the military. She was in the swamp of the global whatever the CIA does, some scary crap. That
Um,
one worried me the
are you are
most.
you are you pro-life? Are you pro-life?
Personally, yes. Politically, no. Politically, I just say most states should be 20 weeks around that. And then after 24 weeks, there should be no exceptions. But, politically, if that has to be, whatever, right? It's fine.
Okay. Sure. So, do you support just murdering people?
In military actions, yeah, unfortunately, I have to support it.
Like
I,
just
I don't like
murdering
agree
innocent
with
people?
it, but I just
No,
understand that
like
it's going to
do you
happen.
support murder? Like, do you support murdering innocent people
In what context? The military?
in any context?
Okay, you're going to be just super vague here again. All right, so we can't cut to the chase. Okay, so in the military context, yeah, I guess I have to be fine with it. I don't agree with
I
it.
said any
No,
context.
any context, I do not overall agree with it.
I mean, I don't even think I don't think in any context is it okay to like murder an innocent person. I don't know why you're asking in what
I don't know.
context.
Our country
In
was
no
built
context.
on
Wait,
quite a bit of it.
so I'll ask you that. What? So wait, in what context is it okay to murder an innocent person? Go
In the
ahead, give me a
military, well,
context that it's okay.
unfortunately, in the military whatever context, unfortunately, in the military context, that's what we do as humans, and that's how we've succeeded.
And it's
Unfortunately,
okay, and it's okay to do that.
no, it's not okay, but it's the way the world works, dude.
Cool. So then it's not okay in any context.
Sure, but it's still going to happen, and I'm not going to stand in the way of it because then I'm
Cool.
seditious, and then I
But
get
it's
hanged.
not okay.
Mm.
But it's not
I
okay,
just
right?
want to stay out of the gallows.
And
That's not cool.
let's turn on the listening ears. So Pete Hegseth is getting investigated for possible war crimes or straight up murder.
Oh
They
my
did a
god, no
double
way.
tap on a boat. They did a double tap on the boat in the Caribbean Sea, which is a war crime if we're in an active conflict with Venezuela. According to international law and our own law, we cannot strike another boat if the people on board that have already been struck are defenseless, and that's what we did. Do you support that?
I think Pete Hegseth is doing a bang up job, literally. Boom.
So then you support murdering innocent people then?
They're not innocent. They're narco tees.
What's your proof?
The US military has released pictures of them constantly, and they're rug boats, dude. They're rug boats.
How do you know? What's the proof?
There's just barrels on them. They're like a triangle-ish shaped boat, like bluish, and they got like 3-ish motors on the back. And then
So any
made by
boats
Mercury Marine,
any boats
hopefully.
that have
Hopefully made by Mercury
yeah
Marine.
any boats that have any boats that have barrels on them are rug boats?
Pretty much, dude. Yeah. What else is in those barrels?
My point exactly. We don't know what's in those barrels.
The military does because they have this thing called intelligence, and we have pretty good intelligence.
So what kind of
And now we have these cool
what was
things
in the
called
barrels?
drones and like
Yeah,
thermo
what
and
was in
like
the barrels?
lidar.
What was in the barrels?
Probably a bunch of booger sugar.
Probably. You
Yeah, it
don't
could be
know. You
some.
don't know what
It
was
could be
in there.
some F though, and that's the real bad one. The F.
Yeah, neither does Congress doesn't know.
Well, good. They don't need
Pete
to know right
Hegseth
now.
doesn't know.
Congress
Trump
does
doesn't
not
know.
need to know.
No one.
Oh,
Yet
Trump knows.
yet no one knows. No one
Trump knows.
knows.
You don't think Trump knows? Hmm.
In fact the Department of Defense
Mhm.
came out and said we don't know who we struck.
Oh boy. Maybe
That's
they
what
just
they
don't know
said.
their exact names. Is what they meant. Like they didn't know if it was Jose or Miguel. That's probably what
Why
he
couldn't you
meant.
use a name like why couldn't you use a name like
Bill,
Caden?
Caden. You think the ones coming out of Venezuela, Caden? I don't know. Tell me what to call them. I just think they're named Jose and Miguel, but that's my prejudice,
Why do
probably.
you think that?
Educated
Why do you
guess.
think that?
I've watched some YouTube on Venezuela,
Educated
so
guess based off what?
YouTube, lots of YouTube, thousands of hours of YouTube.
YouTube. What
Yeah,
kind of YouTube?
oh, all sorts of stuff. The travel stuff in Venezuela is really cool to watch. That's a cool country. There's this guy named Kurt or something. He's like South African. He goes there quite a bit because there's like hot
Or
chicks there.
something.
He's
Oh,
like
see ya.
South African. He goes there quite a bit.
I guess we'll never know who Kurt is. Jesus Christ.
Guys, I went double
Oh, I'm
tap.
blocked.
All right,
I have
guys.
been blocked. Whoa, some hot chicks. I have been blocked. How long do you think his waiting list is? I don't even think it's worth mosquito.
Oop, nope. How much you want that guy?
He's calling me up.
Yeah, what's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I voted for the Trump guy. I voted for the Trump guy.
Pretty sure that was the same guy. Might have been wrong. I'm pretty sure that was the same
Oh,
guy.
come on, it wasn't. Oh, he blocked
Yep.
me too. Oh, he blocked me. Oh, I've been blocked by the chair. What? We don't even know his name. That guy was. Wow. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid, but that one seemed fun. See you guys.